Anthropic have just released Claude Design, and today we are going to be going over how to use it and basically the gist of what you need to know. So you guys can think of Claude Design like Figma or some sort of Adobe product where you just essentially design the wireframes, how it looks, and then you'd actually move it over to Claude Code afterwards to hook up all that logic. So yeah guys, this is more for front-end design because as you guys know, Opus 4.7 got an overhaul of its visual reasoning capabilities, and basically this is the tool to complement it. So today we're going to be doing a deep dive into Claude Design and basically seeing how it works. Boom. So to get started, what you guys want to do is you want to go to claude.ai/design, and you're basically going to be greeted with this little slideshow thing. This here just basically shows you, the capabilities of how to use it. And yeah, so anything design wise, that's where you'll use Claude Design. It's kind of in the name, but you can also use it for other things as well. For example, PowerPoints, any slides, any little like cue cards you have to do. For example, here, this person's doing some sort of, PowerPoint. Now that the animation or the preview of that little video is finished, we're gonna jump straight in. So you can see Claude Design. Again, it's claude.ai/design. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and see where it says set up design system. That's what I'm going to do, right? So that's like almost the onboarding of Claude Design. You can give it your own logo and sort of mission. That way Claude Design understands what it is basically designing right off the bat. You can see over here we also have different tabs. So we have prototype. So this is for making prototypes. We've got the slide deck as well. This is for making slides. You can start off with a template, and then we have other as well. So I'd highly recommend you guys, the first step is come down here and set up the design system. Boom, it will take me to this page. So first of all, company name and blurb. I'm just going to give it my name. You can also add a GitHub here. You can add like different files, see fonts, logos, and assets. So I have this little logo here and I'm going to chuck it in. You can see image.png. So I added that logo in there. And then any other notes here, I'm basically going to say, what I like. So dark theme, glassy, frost. So one design philosophy I really like is the dark theme, glassy, frosted look. Take that as what you will, but it's basically glass morphism or however you say that. Now I've entered in everything. I'm going to go continue to generation. It will take about 5 minutes to generate your design system. So depending on how much files and how much context you give it, it might take anywhere from 5, 10, 15 minutes. But I'm going to click generate and I'm going to get that started and get that working. So you can see now it's creating our design system. Come back in 5 minutes. And then over here as well, you can see a progress bar. So right when you come in here, it looks like Lovable or any of those different softwares you'd use, right? But you can see over here, it's basically giving us a progress bar, laying out everything it's going to do, and then at the end, it's going to create a skill file about this. So that has now finished, and one thing to note guys is it did just randomly stop on me, so I had to say like hello question mark right there, but then once I said that, it started up again. You can basically see now the design system is live, and if we come over here, it's basically going to show us what the design looks like, and we can say it looks good or needs work. Essentially what you can do here is you can go through them one by one, and you can be like, look, that looks good to me, that looks good to me, that looks good to me. But then obviously when you guys see something that needs work, you can basically click the needs work, and you can say whatever was wrong with it. So the wash color looks a bit off, and then submit. Looks good. Text looks good. So yeah guys, I'm just going to go through all of this, basically check what I like, and you can see here's like the spacing looks good. Here's the radius or radii, and you guys can go through all of this and have a look. So if we come through, so this is the glass, that looks nice to me. Navigation bar, menu. So yeah, obviously I'm not really treating this as a real brand, but you guys can enter in all the information about whatever you're working on and go through and really be nitpicky with exactly the theme you're going for. But essentially I'm going to show you guys now how to use this in action. So first of all, I'm going to build a website around this theme, right? So I can click new design using the system, click. So once this loads up, we can see the design system has chosen my design system here, and then I'm going to give it a new project name. So I'm going to be like website, and now we are in like the sort of meat of the application. Right now I'm basically just going to describe what I want to create. So I've just written in the prompt here down the bottom, I want to create a website where like there's a form you can fill out to get in touch with me, and I'm going to click send here, and you can see it's loaded up that design system we just created. So you know, it's going to have that, you know, dark theme with the red elements to it. So we're going to let that create. But again guys, you know, you can ask it anything. You can ask it you know, to make an app layout. If you guys are launching a SaaS of any type, you know, you can ask it. So here it's actually asking me some questions, right? So it's literally giving me all these questions here. So I'm going to come through and I'm going to say YouTuber, general, get in touch, name, email, phone, just the form, nothing else on the page. Tone will be casual. I'm not going to overcook this one guys, it's really just a proof of concept. One thing I did notice is these are all showing up as black. I'm pretty sure it's actually meant to show, you know, what it's meant to look like, but I'm just going to choose the first one because I can see here single form classic, and I'm going for that classic style. Standalone contact section, and we're going to go for our accent color here, and we're just going to click continue, which is down the bottom underneath my webcam. And you can see over here it's actually answered all the questions for me, and that has now finished. It's created the form, you know, as we asked. We basically asked for a form where people could fill out their information, and yeah, that looks good to me. If I just drag over my screen a little bit as well, you can see it's also giving me these tweaks, so I can actually tweak the color if I want to. Obviously I'm going to go with that red because that's the color I wanted. So you know, once you're finished with this, you can definitely export it to GitHub or hand off to Claude Code. You can also do other things like this draw tool here. So I could be like, you know, this logo, there we are, this logo, I want to make it bigger, you know what I mean? There's like a little editing thing, so I can change the baseline font. I want the baseline font to be a little bit bigger. I can also use this comment thing, which will give me like a little select tool, and I'll be like, you know, this here, change the message please, and I can send it to Claude. So this tweaks will actually enable and disable this thing here. If I take it off comment mode. But yeah guys, that is Claude Design in a nutshell. You know, let me know if you guys want me to make another video on this. That potentially I could do like, you know, top 10 tips and tricks type thing. There's also a little comments tab here, so potentially I'll leave a comment, and then like one of my colleagues will come on, look at the design, and then they'll leave their comments as well. And then you can also see all the design files here on this tab. So you can see the assets will have the logo, we got the contact HTML page, and then the CSS page as well. And you can also share the design by clicking up here and then making it so like anyone can view, which is who's in my organization. But yeah guys, let me know what you guys thought of the video. I also have this new social sharing thing. You'll see it pop up on this side, you'll see it over there. Drop a sub if you did enjoy, and leave a big thumbs up. But yeah guys, you know, I hope everyone has a good day. Stay frosty.